Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we've got another tournament match coming your way. This is between two pretty regular returning players in the rank scene here. We have Ware and Greg. This is game one of a possible best of three set. If Greg sounds familiar, it's because he's become something of a recurring character on the channel at this point. So today we'll actually see if he can turn the table and get a win, albeit it won't be against me. If you are enjoying the high level competitive play like this, please be sure to check us out in the rank section of the Gates of Hell Discord. That's where these tournaments are happening and where you'll also find a lot of consistent, serious PvP. We'd love to, have as many players in. It's definitely a great way to kind of learn some of the more nuances behind the game, get better, test out your skills against other serious players. So definitely a lot of fun, and come join us. But here we go. We'll jump on into this one here. So we are playing on the map Wiederingstieg. I believe that's probably butchered, but we'll go with that. We've got Ware as the Germans, Greg as the British. Ware did go the all-around West doctrine. Interesting choice. Greg, on the other hand, he's gone regular. So we'll likely see the Churchill Mark 8, I would assume, if we make it that far. But this should be a pretty good match. I feel the irregular doctrine for the British might be the most overpowered. That Churchill, uh, I really don't have any real clue how to counter it at this point. Or how to effectively counter it in 1v1s. It is definitely tricky. I don't know if Ware really has the best doctrine to counter it if we get to that point. Although he does have the pack half track, so we'll see. But Greg does beat him to the point. Greg has a ton of infantry, which is the British kind of key to the British victory. Get as much infantry out as early as possible. Looks like he's probably got at least 2 full squads in this middle point. A couple guys spread out around the points, flanks as well, taking up some buildings just to kind of get line of sight, most likely. And Ware is actually pushing early, kind of to the middle of the 2 points. His middle side and then Greg's. So we'll see if he kind of keeps up this push. He's gonna kind of give up the middle, especially with Greg's infantry numbers, and Greg's already kind of pushing into Ware's side of the point. So I don't know if pushing that squad this early is the best. Seems very, very challenging to get a 3 cap as the Germans against the British, especially just with the overwhelming numbers and the cap weight. And these Lee Enfields are just shredding Ware's guys, but he does have a pretty good line of sight. As you can see, a couple guys spurting in the distance through the smoke here. Pretty cool. They did do a pretty good job as well of leaving some of this scattered terrain pieces, so like the destroyed 88, Panther, and truck. Although the truck and 88 can blow up, as well as some other pieces on this map, which has been pretty detrimental at times when I've played as the Axis. So not the best. Yeah, that truck right there, and the Nebelwerfer as well, actually. Seems a little unfair that that's only on the Axis side, but I guess we'll give it what it is. But Ware has kind of held his squad. Looks like he's dug in over here, which I guess he's applying the pressure, but Greg's just kind of sitting back in his point. He's got a very dominant hold on the middle. Ware is rushing up a new squad though, but the only real terrain is that wall right there that they're behind, and then this rubble. But Greg also has another squad coming into his point now, or close to it at least. It's going to take the compound across the street. And there are only a couple guys there, so this could go possibly to a 3 cap pretty early if Greg is aggressive. We'll see. It's a little busy getting some phenomenal grenade throws in on the middle though. And where's got an MG team in this upper story of the chalet, which I don't really think is doing much. I think it's just a little out of range. Should probably move him up just a little bit. And Greg is making his push into Ware's point. Ooh, he almost sets himself on fire with that Willie Pete grenade. Both players calling a half track at almost the same time. And they both have the same idea. Looks like, well, Greg is diverting it over to his right. Looks like Ware might be, based on the minimap, filling in some guys. Yeah, so he's loading up with a squad. All right, he's gonna get it there a little quicker. I can understand that. Whether it's the best play, he needs to really put pressure on A point. It's 20 to 11 and 11 to 20 right now, and we are at the we're at the 5-minute mark, so he can get a doctrine by, and he goes with the 2 centimeter. So we can expect a pretty heavy half-track spam thanks to that doctrine. And Greg went with the natural counter, which is probably gonna spell doom for Ware, I would think. That locust with the Little John is definitely going to make pretty quick work of these half tracks. Ware also has to get his guys out of this half track because no one is applying pressure other than the half track itself. And we've got a Piot coming up, but he gets him. Wow. Gets the guy going for it as well. So pretty nice there. He bought himself some time. Greg's got to go back for it. Yep, he's going again. And now Ware is just starting to get these guys out, although Greg does have guys laying down. It's 2 centimeters coming over to Greg's point, so he's going to try to make a push. He's got a nice flank into the middle, but he's also not putting any pressure on the middle, so it's not really doing anything. And there's the Piot. We heard that. Piot takes out the half track. Where still has cap value, but Greg is moving in yet another squad. So we can expect that cap value to go down immediately. Where it has advanced the 2 centimeter half track up though, and he is applying some pressure now, which is pretty nice. So he can't see the locust coming over. He is gonna start decapping. So Greg's only got a 1 cap, but we are almost 7 minutes in, and we are at a 6-10 advantage for Greg. And he's paused. No, now he's moving it. I was going to say he had paused the locust. The locust wasn't moving. I was hoping he was going to come over for this half track, but he went the long way around. I think he should have tried to maybe cut him off, but we see him in the distance. We'll follow this. This might be the first action of the locust here. Oh, he's behind the tree. Oh, he's got to get out of the dike. Surely he has range at this point. And he shoots the stationary artillery piece. Nice. Good shot. Completely whiffed. Nice, Greg. Absolutely. And you did it, bud. Like that. 2 shots. Hole broken. Very nice, Greg. Only 2 whiffs. Not terrible. But we've got Ware. He's digging into his point. He's playing a little too passive there. He does have Greg's home point, which is good. Although he did just lose his DP buy, which is not good. He did call another one in though, based on the minimap. So he is going for heavy 2 centimeters. Heavy 2 centimeter half track spam, which is definitely good because it does come with, I believe 5 of these Aufklärung, Vet 5, which is pretty nice. But he's gonna lose this point for now. Looks like he's bringing over the half track based on the minimap though. So Hopefully that half track can come over here and do some work. Greg got a little aggressive with his to try to counter probably where digging in on his point, and he loses his half track. He's throwing some nades from that foxhole. Ooh, the locust gets the 2 centimeter coming in, so this is pretty detrimental for where if this goes down. A little bit of lag. A little desync. Greg has a commando squad hanging out. He's a little busy microing. Where he's going to push these guys up and the other squad as well. So it looks like he's going for a heavy push on Greg's point. He's pretty much given up on the middle here, which he's focusing at least on 2 points. So he's not doing terrible, and he's going to get the cap here with these first couple guys and the reinforcements. But he's got to be careful of this flanks of these commandos. And then he's also lost the guys on that 2 centimeter on the right as well that we can see too. Greg did a fairly okay job of spreading out his guys, so they should only go down 1 at a time to these grenades for the most part. But he needs to get this Little John into it, or the Little John on the Locust into a better position. Try to deal with this 2 centimeter. Where he's got it pretty nicely positioned to give him cover fire into the point. But he's probably hitting the side track. You can just see around. Sneaky. Very sneaky. But we are even on a 1 cap. Where should get the 2 cap here shortly. It's got some decent grenade play going on here for both players. And Ware's doing a pretty decent job of holding off Greg so far. So he is going to get himself a 2 cap and start boosting up. And he's got another recon squad there. He's holding here. Greg's backing off the Locust. Ware could be repairing some of these half tracks. At least the one that's in cover behind the building, he could definitely be repairing. And Greg's bringing in another half track. Straight to mid, it looks like. So he's going to try to maybe get some flanking fire into Ware's guys on his point. And he is splitting, looks like another squad in half. Half going to mid, half going over to his point. And Ware's MGs are doing some work in middle too. So if he gets aggressive, he can go for it. Greg's got a plane coming in, probably to bomb the house. Yeah, he's going to get rid of the house, which is a good call. Get rid of the cover. Get rid of anywhere that Ware can hide on the point. So this should open it back up for Greg now. And he will probably decap it, it looks like. Yeah, so we just killed the guy on it. So he will decap. He's got the 50 up. What is this, a flamethrower half track? Interesting. Interesting. Because he's going to bring it over to Greg's point and try to barbecue the infantry, I guess. I don't know. With the Locust still there, there's not much to do with that. I feel like that's going to go down pretty quick. And he brought another half track onto his point, although his guys are just running right by these 2 defenders that are in the point. See, he's got to move his guys up and systematically clear the point and then get to where his survivor just made it. Because Greg is just holding the point, and if he leaves, then he's going to start decapping again. And he's got a ton of guys in the middle that he could kind of be putting pressure on mid with. Greg probably has the cap weight still, but he could definitely be doing something there, putting a little pressure to try to decap. But the flame half tracks, desyncing, so it's a little further than we can see, which is unfortunate. It's making quick work of a couple guys on the point. Looks like he's got 1, 2, maybe 3. There he is. So he's undesynced. He's trying to get out of there. The Locust is going to hit him. It does hit him. Crew shock. Driver kill. Yeah, he's done. Alright. So, I mean, a couple guys didn't really clear the point. I don't know if that was the best buy. He probably could have gone with another 2 centimeter and played a little more of a range game with it instead of trying to get close. And he would have got, it came with 5 more guys as well, 5 more vet guys. But Greg is bringing up a parachute, first parachute squad to Where's Point. Looks like Greg's going to go for another push again. Where is bringing a squad to Greg's Point and middle. And it looks like he's finally starting to move in. He might have noticed that the cap value is very minimal. It's 0.5 now. Greg has another half track. He's gone very heavy into the half track spam. And I don't know if it's really paying fully off for him, because he's lost 2. Although the one in the middle looks like it was decrewed, maybe by an MG42. I swear, these British half tracks, the gunners and the crew just die so quickly. He has recruited it though with a, I believe that was a tank crew running up, so he does have it. But the other half tracks coming over. Locust is going to the middle. Where is Russian his half track? Somewhere? I am confused. Crew shock. This can't survive. No way. No way. There's no way this lives. No way. Greg is so focused on killing that. Oh, he did. Alright. I was going to say, he's so focused on killing that he didn't call in the Churchill, but I do see it on the minimap. So he did go with the Mark 8. So we'll see what Ware does to counter that, because that is going to be very difficult to take out. Greg is making a very good push into Ware's home point. Wow, Ware is also making a push into his point. So Ware has a 1 cap because of this. He has a Panzer III. So an MP tank. I would have gotten the half track with the pack, I think. Because he just wasted his MP. He needed more infantry for his home point. And he's pushing a tank into his point without any support. And he's got guys just sitting out of this middle point that he could be pushing into. Oh. Well, Greg is retaking his point at least. No. It's getting pushed out, but that 50 should make quick work considering there's nothing to counter it. Where is moving his half track? It looks like away, and he did bring in a 2 centimeter. So he went with another 2 centimeter. Greg has got the Mark 8 in the middle to shell Ware on the point, so that should pretty much clear the point at this rate. Ware is making a push, so that's the 2 centimeter. He's going to try to get his point back. We are now on a 1 cap for Greg. So it looks like he's probably, I believe, decapped his point. Yes. Yeah, one infantry for the Brits, 1 for the Germans, and the Brits still have cap weights. Looks like it's parachute, so it makes a little more sense. So right now it's a 2, so he just retook Ware's point, and he's about to get mid as well, so this will be a 3 cap. Greg brought over the Locust, which is a good idea to help take out the 2 centimeter and the other half track. I don't know if the Locust would be able to go head to head with the Panzer III. But Ware's playing very safe with it right now. And he's rushing an officer into middle. He should really smoke. Let's see if Greg can see this. He can't. Not yet. He does now, though. So if he's looking, he should know there's an officer right there flipping cap. Now he's gone. So we saw him for a second. Locust is going to take out both half tracks, though. So that was the original half track that should have died. So it did get its revenge on that quick withdrawal. Take Got Fog of War because we can hear the Panzer III coming up. Where is recapping his point? Panzer III is going for the Locust. Like a miss. Lower desync again. Sounds like it bounced. Oh, it's actually way closer. We are at 970, so it looks like this may be the end here, unless Ware can somehow decap, but I do believe this is likely it. I think Ware could have made a little more of a concentrated push in the center instead of trying to go for 3 points. It just allowed Greg to really push into his, and he really wasn't able to take it out. Greg played pretty much flawlessly, I think, for this one, so definitely like to see that, Greg. Keep it up, bud. Well played. On to game number 2. We'll see if Ware can turn this around.